Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midnight Serenade. One man, four names, one unforgettable show. Please welcome David Michael Elliot David.
Good morning. It is David Michael Elliot David coming to you on a cyber infused road. Good loving, you know I've got a truckload. And I'm going to say, how you doing this morning? Because it is 5:20 and I am up and cranking. And this is episode number 20. I'm going to call this Every Day I Write the Book. So do me a favor. Like, subscribe, share. I hate saying it. I feel like it's begging it, but the reality of it is I got to do it and you got to do it for me. I love you. You love me. It's the grace trip, man. Remember, we're in this together, so help me get to where I can get to helping. All right. Going to talk to you about what my day is going to be like as I start my day. It happens to be that today was one of the days that I woke up with questions. I'll call it a therapy session with GPT. I had questions. How am I doing with this? How am I doing with that? Today I plan on achieving this. Today I plan on achieving that. I wanted to know how Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson were doing in the independents. So the bottom line is, sometimes I start my day with what I call GPT therapy, and that goes on. I don't like to spend that much time with it, but on the other hand, when I have questions or I need mapping, remember patterns. This thing remembers patterns. That's what we're getting at. Patterns, habits, choices. It's all in the mix. So that starts with that. Then inevitably, I've got my uploads. I'm working Tyler, I'm working Manteca, I'm working sports, I'm working movies, I'm working J Love Says, I'm working Mark's Minis. I got a lot to pick from, and now there are 20 or there are 19 midnight serenades. So there's a lot going on. Now, after that, I will do, my one or two midnight serenades. And one thing you should know, I wait for the message. I don't sit there and think, what am I going to say next? I go about being myself, and my inner voice says, the next one you're going to do is Every Day I Write the Book. And as soon as I hear a title that makes sense to me, I sit there and go, every day I write the book. And guess what? You are listening to the result of that suggestion. Okay. So now that'll happen maybe a couple of times this morning. Then after that, I've got to talk about series development. I've got Tyler to worry about. I've got Manteca turning into Manny Cornfield. So there's a reality of uh, character development because I'm not going to invest in videos that somebody else is going to make if it's not going to get me from one place to the next place. So the reality of it is a certain part of my day is talking about that. And then a character like Panic and Jay comes in and says, excuse me, I'm cutting in the front of the line. And all of a sudden, and now I'm sitting there thinking Panic and Jay. And I realized yesterday, Panic and Jay isn't actually life size based on the Christmas picture I had done with him and Tyler. Panic and Jay is actually about 4 feet. And now I realize he's more like Dennis the Menace than he is any kind of arch rival or Joker nemesis or anything like that. Panic and Jay is just a fun guy. That came out of conversation that caused me to think about it. That caused a picture to be generated, and then the picture became clear to me. Now, one of the things that also is going to happen is I'm going to be out on my patio for at least 20 minutes, and that is I'm swinging a golf club at least two times a day, 5 balls per club, 14 clubs, do the math, takes 20 minutes, and I'm hitting the ball great on the mat. I'll come back after that, and then I've got to search for producers. I'm constantly looking for the next hit. Every time I find somebody, we go a certain distance and then it doesn't go. I mean, I thought the London guy was going to be something, but he turned out to be a nothing. The reality of it is, that's what happens. After that, I'll hit the patio once again, or more importantly, the great escape. I'll go food shopping. And this is my big event of the day. I get to enjoy the luxury of my car, and I take Mulholland Drive to Coldwater, and I take Coldwater to the Ralphs, and I turn into the Ralphs right there at Ventura and Coldwater. Now you know where you can find me. And the bottom line is, I do my search for what I'm looking for, and then I'll go into North Hollywood and I'll hit a Ralph's over there, because I happen to like that store a lot and I like the people that work there. So that's always a fun thing. And it gives me a good hour and a half or so out of the house. In that time, I'm thinking. And then I'm experiencing my grace gun because I'm getting to see people. How nice for me. And so I compliment everything I see. I love my little time out. Okay, now I'm back. And the bottom line is my batteries are actually starting to wind down in that 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock time frame. It's not unusual that I might take a 2 hour, 3 hour sleep, which I would call my main sleep, at 6 o'clock and maybe wake up at 9:30. I'll be groggy until around 10 and then I'm up. And once I'm up, that could take me all the way through 10 in the morning the next morning. So now I've spelled all this out. Before I say like, share, and subscribe, please do help me, help me, help me. I want to tell you that this is the day of an artist in the flow. I mean, I'm in an 18 inning ball game. It never seems to end until you're absolutely exhausted. And let me tell you something, when I'm absolutely exhausted and I pull back the cover on a bed that's already made, oh man, my back responds. Everything says, ah. But here's the thing, what are your days like as an artist? Are you fighting are you fighting to get the time in? Is the writing coming to you easily? Are you responding to a voice? Are you asking and listening? Do you have a daily regimen that's anywhere near as crazy as mine? And I'm not saying mine is the standard. I'm saying mine is true for where I am at this station and what my art is demanding of me. It's not like I feel like I have a choice. I feel like it's been put upon me and all I'm doing is working through it. But what you need to know is I trained to get here. I have mastered the art of discipline. When it comes to showing up, I do it as well as anyone. And you're looking at my number of shows. That's proof that I'm putting the time in. This is not faking. This is the real deal. Okay. We're at that 8 minute mark. I'm going to tell you that Show Me the Love is out there. Please search it. Please fall in love with that song. That is the Tyler theme song, Mona Lisa Jones and the Laurel Canyon Love Band. Check out Elliot King and the Royals. Look, man, I want you to hear my music. For the next 19 weeks, you're going to be getting a song a week, and that's two shorts on Monday and Friday, Wednesday, and a full song on Friday. I'm getting to the end of the show. Grace loves Grace. Grace and you and I. Good night. I love ya.
You've just been serenaded by David Michael Elliot David. Sleep tight, and remember, grace recognizes grace.